With 29 countries, as we define Central and Eastern Europe at PwC, it is one of the largest and most diverse regions. On the one hand, the countries in Central Europe, who are now part of the European Union, enjoy reasonable investors' confidence. But on the other hand, many countries in the region face challenges in attracting international investors. But despite some obvious differences, there is a universal need for efficient infrastructure, which is believed to be one of the key limiting factors to the development of economies in the region. Let me put it in some perspective. In the recent report of PwC and Oxford Economics, the total capital spending needed by 2025 in CEE has been estimated at above $3 trillion. It is obvious that this level of spending cannot be covered by the governments only, and this is where private investors and multilateral institutions come into play. At PwC, we remain focused on CEE as one of our key markets in infrastructure space. We will continue working with the governments on the infrastructure programs. And it refers to more experienced governments like, for example, Slovakia, where we advise the government on its Bratislava Bypass PPP. Here, we use an innovative financial structure combining competitive private financing with European support. And we believe that such projects will continue in Central Europe as they may present very good value for money for the governments. But our interest also refers to the governments who have just started their journey with private investors. We are really excited to have just started our advisory in Belarus for the PPP pilot project in road sector supported by the EBRD. We will focus even more on our cooperation with multilateral institutions and donors, as we very much recognize their key role in the region, especially in areas as Western Balkans, Ukraine or Eurasia, where international support is translating into project pipeline. And we will, of course, continue our cooperation with private investors and lenders, as we believe that CEE is an interesting market for pretty much all categories of investors. For industry players, greenfield opportunities remain very strong, as almost all countries enjoy international financing support, be it EU funding or development assistance. For financial, including institutional investors, the market is certainly not where we would like it to be, but there is still a significant pipeline of divestments and privatizations, especially in more mature economies. We have recently expanded and consolidated our capital projects and infrastructure team across the CEE to respond to these needs. And I am confident that together with our clients and partners, we have a few very exciting years for infrastructure sector ahead of us.